Alrighty. So I'm flying solo here. So just give me a second to set up everything. Okay, so hello everyone. I'm Tim from Tim's PC and I build custom PCs to suit anyone's needs or budget. Also live stream my builds and repairs for transparency and educational purposes. So if you'd like to get an awesome new PC and you'd like to see it get put together live, send me a message today. Alright, so last night was a little bit... what a pain. So basically, we were actually, it was worse than what I thought. We're actually a couple of millimeters too long on the card as well. Even if I took the cable off, I would still have a problem with the previous case. So we're gonna have to swap the case. So it's gonna be a bit of surgery. But up first, we've got a couple of PCs to also follow up on. So I got Liam's graphics card back. I'm gonna just make sure that we're definitely 100% on Liam's PC. Then I had another customer that's come back. Looks like a dead SSD, so I'm just gonna get Windows reinstalled quickly. We don't have to test anything or do anything. And then the main event, which is going to be moving everything into a ROG Dynamic 11 XL case. So we'll have to go with the XL to fit the card. If I'd gone with a ROG 4090, MSI Supreme 4090, MSI Gaming X 4090, PNY Accelerate 4090, Inno3D iChill 4090, and more, they would have been fine. The only card that has this space compatibility issue with a normal size Lian Li Dynamic 11 is the Aorus Master. So I fucked up. That's my fault. So I've got to go and fix my mistake tonight. So we're going to be rectifying that. Only we've got Windows all set up and all that. We're basically just moving it into the new case. So it'll be good fun. As I said to Christine earlier, I said to her, look, this is not the kind of mistake you want to make, because you might seem like I've got to do double work now because I've got to go and build it in another case. But it's actually worse than that. It's actually 3 times as much work, because I've got to unscrew all the screws and then I've got to screw them back. So it's basically like building 3 PCs worth of screwing. So yeah, I'm definitely paying the price there. Only the customer's going to get a bit of an upgrade there. I mean, happy days. It's gonna look great. It's going to cost me more to get it shipped and stuff, but we'll work that out. Anyway, seems fairly quiet tonight. Yeah, it seems very quiet tonight. That's all right. No worries. Well, let's get stuck right into it. Christine's a little bit under the weather here tonight, so I'm sort of on my own. So right now, first on the agenda is Liam's PC. So we just got to make sure everything's all right. We've had a graphics card sent back to Gigabyte, and it is now back. And the thing is, right, we don't really know what's happened with the card in terms of what was wrong with it. All we know is that it started to die and eventually got to the point where it wouldn't post. Like I said to Liam about it, Liam was asking me about whether or not I knew exactly what had happened to it. And like I said to Liam, I'm like, I don't get like an engineering report from Gigabyte for doing a warranty claim. It basically goes back to Gigabyte, and Gigabyte deal with it internally, and then they send it back. When I get it back, it's just like, hey, here's your repaired card from Gigabyte. It's been taken care of under warranty, and that's it. Like I don't know specifically what went wrong with it. I don't want to comment or speculate as to like what specifically went wrong, because I just don't have any idea. I don't have any idea. I don't have any of the facts. I don't have any of the information from Gigabyte. All we know is that it stopped outputting a display signal. However, all the lights were on, the fans were spinning. It seemed on the surface like it was working. There was no burning smell or anything obvious on the surface that made me think, you know, oh, okay, we've got ourselves some kind of a, you know, something on there's caught fire or short circuited. I didn't have any symptoms like that. It just decided to die. So, just a second. I'm gonna just gonna get Liam's passcode. Okay. We get some internet. Okay. Alrighty, so as you can see there, we've got a new SSD installed because Liam was very short on storage space there. Okay. So we don't have MSI, Afterburner and Reaver Tuner installed, obviously because Liam's making room for games and stuff because he was pretty short on space. But we got ourselves an RTX 3080 Ti here, and just running a little bit of heaven. I mean, it's fine. It's come back from Gigabyte. They've already tested it, so I'm pretty confident in handing it back. I just wanna see it running for a little bit. Oh, hello. Okay, so we got a very similar looking PC right here as well. Yeah. Hey Rick, how you going? Good to have you with us. Yeah, definitely, definitely. We can definitely agree on that. But no, he's got another 2 terabytes now, so he should be okay. We would hope. Okay. You can turn it on at any time. Just click save down bottom. I'm sorry. Alrighty, so as we can see here, we have a ATX3 power supply in this PC, and I'm gonna have to lay this down.
Yeah, don't have Revertune or whatever.
Yeah, I know it's not installed because Liam's got too many games installed, so he's like uninstalled some stuff. It shows it, but it's up in the top right hand corner.
Oh.
Like. Okay. So this is our first supposed dead SSD. Yeah. Not as such. Not really. It might sound like it was easier, but when it's a $3,000 RTX 4090 card, I'd rather change the case than have a RTX 4090 burning a hole in my pocket, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I can't exactly get a refund on the 4090 just because I didn't double check to see whether it would fit in the, you know, kind of large Lian Li Dynamic 11 case. But hey, it's still my fault. That's okay. It makes for dramatic clickbaity content for me that I can post.
Miss Rogers is okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, and after going through this, would I purchase the same card again? Probably not after that, because I'd be too paranoid that pretty much any other case there'd also be the same sort of compatibility issue.
Unless it's something like your case, the tower.
Oh yeah. There are there are certain cases where it'd work fine, right? Like my case, the Tower 500, and it's going to go into a Dynamic 11 XL case. That's not going to be a problem. But I don't normally suggest the XLs to people, just simply because it's huge and it costs more to ship. And the last thing people want, and the last thing I want to do if I want to give people competitive quotes, is a you know, an extra $350 shipping charge at the end of the day. That doesn't work too well. Okay, so this is our first team group MP33 SSD that I've had come back. I mean, you get that. The SSDs have probably got approx maybe a 0.5 to 1% failure rate. But the thing is, the thing that can distort it is batch issues. Because you could have a problem with a batch of SSDs, so you might end up with, like, you know, a few of them come back. But that doesn't mean that there's necessarily anything wrong with the SSD that you've got. It just means that they all came out of a bigger box at the same time, and they all had parts that have come out of other boxes all sequentially as well. And yeah, you'll end up with a situation where there was a problem with some of the NAND flash memory on the card, or some other component on the SSD, and there'll be a whole heap of them that are all faulty, all next to each other, and so you'll get a whole heap of units all at once come back, and that's what happens in the tech world. Happens all the time. Alrighty. So I mean, this is running now. I'm happy to. Yeah, I'm not seeing any issue with temps. It's all purring along there as expected. No, I think that Liam's problem was all due to the fact that he had a graphics card that was on its way out. That was causing all his problems. That was the reason why it was fucking up in certain games.
I see people who don't use folders.
Oh,
a lot of people like this.
I know. I can't stand it. But for other people, it's organized chaos.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. Well, let's close out of this one, because I wanna get food eventually. I actually bought some steaks to chuck on the barbie, but
Yeah, like, that's probably half the reason why my head hurts, is because I'm hungry.
possibly, yeah, possibly.
Because I literally haven't eaten today.
Yeah, but we've gained a lot of weight since we quit
Yeah,
smoking. We've both gained a lot of weight since we quit smoking.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. But statistically, we'll lose some of this weight over the next 6 months. Yeah. That's what happens. People,
well, it is,
you quit smoking, and part of quitting smoking is you start eating like more snacky foods throughout the day.
Yeah,
and you end up just putting on weight. You don't change anything in your life except for that.
Yeah. This time I gave up smoking.
Yeah.
I gave up for like a year or so. And I put on weight because I kept eating those apple crowns.
The apple crown replaced the cigarette.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, but that's what happens. But then statistically, you'll lose some of that weight as you start to like just get back into the normal flow of life.
Yeah.
Basically.
After we move back to the farm, there'll be heaps of shit for me to do outside. And start with that food forest.
Okay.
George says hi, those notice.
Hey George, how you going? Good to have you with us as always. So we got Keith's PC. So Keith had a dead SSD. That's this one here. I only had one of them come back, so that's pretty good. Like I said, it's typically a case of you'll get maybe, yeah, 1 in 100, 1 in 200 or so SSDs will have like a failure like prematurely, like within the first 6 months. But then usually if they don't fail within the first 6 months, you're pretty much right. It's probably not gonna fail on you for the life of your computer. It'll probably be fine. That's typically how it works. And like if an SSD dies prematurely, you normally will lose all your data. So as always, I'm an advocate for having correct backups of your data and stuff like that. It's not a fun thing to lose all your data.
Snake was like, no. Thank God.
Okay. So you might think, what if you lose your SSD? Does that mean you lose your Windows license and stuff? No, your Windows license will usually be linked to your CPU and your motherboard. So that is usually what Windows uses to identify a PC. So what will happen is once we connect this computer to the internet, it will reactivate itself automatically. You won't have to do anything with it. And yeah, that's something that people do. They get like dodgy grey market license keys. And what I say grey market, one of the things that they do to get license keys like that, they go to e-waste and they get machines that have a Windows license on it, and they get the Windows license off the machine, then it gets the motherboard and CPU and stuff goes to e-waste and gets scrapped, so they never come back online ever again, and then that code gets moved over to a new computer. And that's one of the ways that companies get like cheap grey market license keys and stuff like that. They're like legitimate, but like not legitimate, if that makes sense. But yeah, there's plenty of software wholesalers and stuff like that you can buy from with confidence for license keys and stuff. Wonder if one of them will ask me for a sponsorship. One of the software wholesalers did a thing with Tech Yes City.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh cool.
He was
He literally just lives on the Gold Coast.
Yeah, yeah. He's not far away at all. He's actually a member of the group chat, but he's never participated. He's never sent a message.
Watches what you guys do.
I don't even know if he does that.
He's probably got too much on his plate. He's got other shit to do.
Yeah.
Nicholas says good morning.
Hey Nicholas, how you going? Good to have you with us as always. Hope your morning's treating you well.
At the office, usually you should only worry about licenses when you change motherboard and CPU. Other than there's something you write in command prompt where you deactivate the license and then
Yep.
reactivate and
You can also you can if you've got a Microsoft account, you can also log in to Microsoft as long as you know your key, as long as you've got record of your actual key. You can go into Microsoft and log into your Microsoft account on their website, and you can go and delete the computer and the serial number off your Microsoft account, And then when you sign back into your Microsoft account, you can then key in that product key again, and then you've moved it over to the new device. And then if someone else gets your old PC, they won't be able to steal your license off you. Because yeah, that's the thing you've got to consider as well. If they tie the license key to the motherboard and CPU, you sell your computer, you're selling your Windows license as well. So just, yeah, it's a couple of little issues to work through there. But if you have a Microsoft account, it's pretty straightforward. You just go in there, delete your old computer, key in your code to the new computer, it'll reactivate. Done. Nice and easy. I was part of the not the full on beta test group, but basically a group of people that were a wider group of beta testers after the initial phase of beta testing had been completed for Windows 10. And what I got as a reward for being part of that was I got my Windows 7 Ultimate license upgraded to a 5-device Windows 10 Pro license key. So I had a license key for one computer, and then they upgraded it to, I got Windows 10 Pro, of course, because I had Windows 7 Ultimate. And yeah, 5 license keys, so I can use them for five devices. I just have to go in there and delete the license keys off like old computers and stuff, and then key in my code again to the other ones, and I'm set. I've got five devices that I can use on the one product key. So happy days. Hey Luigi, how you going? So yeah, Luigi's the lucky guy with the yes, with the thick boy GPU. That is a very, very thick GPU. What do we got there? That's kind of funny. Okay. So pretty straightforward here. We're just gonna chuck Windows back on it. We're not gonna like stress test it again or anything like that. It's literally just a dead SSD. It's a pretty simple operation here. I mean, we're doing a fresh install here, but yeah, like we may as well. Yeah, we may as well just do it like this. I don't get it.
It's just a weird way to, like...
Is this an AI generated image?
No.
Are you sure?
Well, maybe it is, but they rolled with it.
It's a graphics... It's a power supply, but it's called Hydro TI. Surely that...
Somebody's just like, this is the weirdest POC I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's friggin' AI generated. For sure. Do a Google search. It's legit.
It's a Taiwanese company.
You make a power supply called Hydro TI. What? It looks like the way they've done the writing reminds me of Schick razors, like Schick Hydro. You know that brand? You got to show people in the comments what we're talking about here.
Here we go.
Bloody hell. Something about that makes me just go, I don't want the power supply called Hydro. How have I not noticed this brand? It's obviously some more obscure brand, like Power Color or something like that.
They sell Scorp Tech as well. Tech and
Sell them at Scorp Tech
yeah.
and Comp Alliance.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't sell them. They don't sell them. They don't sell them at Umart MSY.
M-Wave.
Okay, I'm ignorant, apparently.
Sure.
No, I steer clear from brands like that.
Really weird,
I always steer clear from brands like that with customer builds, just because like I don't want to make people the guinea pig. Alright, so just FYI for anyone using Windows 10, the latest update is the last feature update for Windows 10. There will be security updates, but this is it. Yeah, fresh install is the way to go. I'll keep doing them for as long as I've got good enough internet to support it. We might have to go to cloned drives. Dum dum. Nah, it'll be good, I think. I think everyone's overseeing me set Windows up. Oh. Oh. Mm-hmm. Alright, set this up quickly. Yeah.
Feels like a gigabyte motherboards are not great for setting up any flaws.
Are not great for setting up. I don't know what you mean. Honestly, dude, I don't know what you mean. It's a motherboard. It's like any other major brand. Some of them have problems. Okay. When you do what I do and you deal with them all, you realize that problem motherboards are caused by bad BIOSes and bad firmware.
Moody.
And there's no manufacturer that is immune
Moody.
from bad,
Shut up.
like faulty firmware and stuff like that. No one's immune to that. Asus is probably can be a bit finicky, and people think that Asus are the best and the ultimate like symbol of quality and stuff like that. It's not the case at all. What are they going on about?
There's people out on the street.
Oh. So yeah, I mean, we got a gigabyte motherboard here. Yeah, it's all setting up.
Like all stuff to do with BIOS and that type of stuff.
No, not at all. ASRock's probably the most challenging for someone from an English-speaking country because it's a Chinese translation. So some of the wording and some of the organization of the things in BIOS can be a little bit harder to navigate for a Western person. So just be aware of that. But Gigabyte, MSI, and Asus, all of their software and all that is very much in English, not Chinese translated English or anything like that. So no one should have problems understanding what they've got there.
Everybody else says once you update what needs to be updated in swivel drivers, you won't need to look at gigabyte software or BIOS.
No, that's it. Once everything's set up, you'll either have App Center or this Gigabyte Control Center, which is the new one. And yeah, I mean, honestly, once you get it all set up, you won't have too much to do with it. It's just your RGB controls is through a Gigabyte app called RGB Fusion. But yeah, I mean, they've all got their own versions of the same things, right? No, Luigi's is next. We're nearly done with this one. I'm just putting it back to normal here. Just had a dead SSD. Just a warranty return, so doing my chores. But yes, as you can see, I mean, I've set up this Gigabyte board here. It's all looking good. Got a couple of updates there for IQ. That's just me having slightly outdated software on my SSD. And yeah, I think that's all we need.
Now,
Alrighty, and yes, as you can see, we've automatically reactivated here based on the motherboard and CPU that we have in use.
very rowdy.
Okay. Alright, that's all done on the Windows end. Yeah.
Right, says notice you love to use gigabyte and thermal take long to decool layout.
Yeah, I change what I use. I'm not loyal to any particular brands. It's whatever's at a good price. Yeah, I'm not a brand loyal kind of person. They don't pay me, so my loyalty can most probably be bought. Most probably for the right price. Anything for the right price, right?
No. He's just staring at me, meowing constantly.
Mm-hmm. If that's not gonna work, just
Look at it.
restart it. Okay.
Oh dear God. Tim, check this out.
Oh, that looks like fun.
It's a Tim zipline. Whoa! Well, at least you have something to hang on to.
So it was all done. It was all ready to go. And now we got to take it all apart. Oh, what a pain in the ass. Okay. Oh no. Alright, let's just put a pin protector over that. Alrighty. So let's just take a minute to appreciate just how big and chonky this fucking graphics card actually is. Okay? This is a 120mm fan. Notice something similar? This fucking thing is huge.
Move a little bit to your right.
Absolutely freaking huge. It's like a brick. It's like a brick. But yes, it is its length this way with my fingers. That's the way it's too deep for the case. Not this way. That way. Oh, it's lighter. Look at that. What do you frickin' know?
Nothing now.
So I wonder what's taking this so long. Oh.
This is Luigi, a new case.
Luigi gets a new case.
Aorus are always massive products.
Absolutely freaking huge. But see, honestly, I never think about in a case like a D11. I never think about how deep it is, right? That's the last thing on my mind.
Intel's dropped the price of their R750 to
199 US.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's in the US.
It would be US because, yeah, 199. That's freaking awesome.
Now,
I hope they can make Arc work. Like, seriously. Because more competition in the graphics card market is not a bad thing. It's always a good thing. Okay. Okay, so if you missed last night, we've got a 1200 watt Thermaltake GF-A3 power supply here. Oh, don't drop it. And so that's a good quality unit there with a 10-year warranty on it. It's ATX3. So compatible with our 40 series cards straight out of the box. Why is this freaking not showing anything? It should have already...
I need to fix that camera. A bit too close to it. It's not focused properly.
Not focused. So how's that freaking bus crash?
Oh, I don't want to talk about
That was horrible. That was freaking horrible, right? How'd you feel at your wedding to fucking have a bus load of your guests fucking dead? Yeah, happy days, happy wedding. Oh, and see you later to like 10 of our friends and family.
Fluffy now.
An XL.
So it's the same one but bigger.
Yeah. Okay, alright, I'm gonna go ahead and update and shut down over there.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty, you can probably move back to full screen now.
Already have, like 8.
Oh, have you? Oh, okay.
Wait, let's know who's bearing the cost.
For this,
Yeah.
oh, I've offered to pay for it, of course. Okay, so get these last 3 fans out, and then we can chuck everything in the new case. Okay. And see now we've got everything all ready to go. Okay. See you later, D11. Regular.
Oh shit, don't fucking trip and drop it. Ray says Luigi's gone silent. It's probably gone to bed.
Probably gone to bed. Okay. Alrighty. So here's our new case.
Push it close.
So it has a silver finish around there, but then everything inside is black. So it's a nicer, it's definitely more stylish, and I mean it is.
Fluffy meow.
It is definitely bigger, and it definitely has some extra features. Oh, it'll just, if there's nothing wrong with it, it's still a brand new case. So that just goes with the next person who orders a D11. Because there's nothing wrong with it. It's not like, oh, well.
Ray says it's only 8:40 p.m. That's in the
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going to bed. Ray says that's a big boy. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yes. This is pretty nice case.
It is really nice.
No, I still want the fish tank one. It's cool.
Okay. So as you can see, it's a bit bigger. The main thing that's sort of different about it, you got like a bracket for the fans down there. I guess that's kind of helpful. You got brackets there on the wall, which you could potentially mount SSDs to. But the main thing that it's got that's kind of cool, and definitely a bit of a power user feature, is at the back here we have hot swappable drives. So basically the hard drive can go in there, and the SATA and SATA power is at the end of the slot clips straight in. Yes. That should do what I'm doing.
Actually get it back in.
There we go. And so yeah, hot swappable drive trays there. So you can connect them. You can connect them all to your motherboard, and then you can put hot swappable drives in there. I don't know why you'd really need to do that, but yeah, like I said, it's a power user kind of thing. So I think George has got an XL. He's got a Lian Li XL. Yeah. Okay, so in terms of things that it's got that the other one doesn't, it's basically just bigger. It's got room for an extra fan at the back there, 2, 4, 6, 8. It's got 8 slots at the back there, so it's an EATX size case. So potentially, you know, if Luigi wanted, we could still do the side mount thing in this case.
That's cool.
What's up? Diablo. Is that Diablo?
It says atomic heart on it, but the side bit there, that's a bag, and it's a heart.
Oh,
That's
okay.
the pump, and that's the
Oh.
reservoir.
Okay, that is pretty cool.
That's cool. See?
Hmm? Oh, yeah.
And George says, yeah, I love the beat, so don't mind the silver version. Quite nice.
It is quite nice. Hmm? Aha. Sorry, that filter on the bottom there, it wasn't clipping down at the back. And I'm like, huh? How come this isn't coming back together? Okay. So yeah, like I said, it's got this tray that sort of comes out. I don't know, I guess it's meant to make it easier. I'm assuming easier to clean, because it doesn't really make it easier to screw anything in. He's making a lot of noise tonight.
I know, he's really starting to piss me off. Dude! Ow! Oh, he just clawed me and ran away. You bastard. Do you want more food or something?
I think so.
That actually really helped.
Bloody hell. Cat's making a lot of freaking noise there. Fluffy now. Just chill, dude. And fluffy mouth fur. Swear to God. Okay. As you can see, there's our hotspot bays. So I'm not even sure if we'll hook them all up. We probably won't even need them, to be honest. I've already got a couple of SSDs in this build, so I might just leave these just tied up around the back there.
Luigi.
Ah, yes.
You didn't go to bed.
Yeah, no, I didn't think you would. Alrighty. Alrighty, so basically it's just like before, it's just a little bit taller.
Oh my god.
What's up?
It's like I'm seeing my future. There's the case I want in the background.
That's your
Like
chair.
fucking chair.
That's your
And
chair.
they've got a curved monitor. Like I want to get it. I'm seeing my future.
I think so. We're nearly done the hard part. The hard part's moving these fans. And we're gonna chuck in an extra fan at the back there. And yeah, we can side mount it if you want. It can be done. Okay. Just looks better. It's all aesthetics.
I have my graphics card side mounted. It's cool.
I've got like different fan bolts here that use a freaking hex bolt.
Hmm?
That's freaking weird. I think there's been a mistake. Speaking of batch issues. Come have a look, babe. I don't want to use them because it'd just be a pain in the ass for anyone who works on it in the future.
Oh, you need like an Allen key.
Yeah, basically it's a hex bolt.
Well, that's a bit shit.
Yeah. So let's. I will. That's a bit annoying. I won't say it. She knows. She knows. Yes. Headline: Woman cold.
Yes, yes.
See, she's turned the heater on now, so now I'll start sweating. That's how this goes.
Uh-huh. Hey, at least you're wearing shorts. You don't have your tracky dackies on.
No. No tracky dackies. Tracky dackies? What the fuck is that? Holy shit. That sounds problematic.
Fluffy now, hey? Now he's got to lick all the tuna off the inside of his freaking coat. Poor cat.
Okay. Okay, so we are coming along here. Okay. I now have our lights all chained up together. So it's one of the things that can be a bit of a pain with the Lian Dynamic XL is sometimes these hot swap bays can kind of get in the way. So I'm going to take this top one out quickly. Okay. It looks like the cactus, but redesigned. Cactus V2, but we're not calling it the cactus this time.
It looks like a rain tree out here. Look at that.
It does. Okay, so we've got our RGB and fan connectors. They need SATA power and they need to go to the motherboard. And so one thing that won't be in use on this case is one of the USB 3 connectors, because we've only got one USB 3 connector on the motherboard. So we didn't design it around this, but you don't really need these extra USB ports here. And the reason is we have 12 USB ports just on the back of this motherboard, and then we've still got another 3 on the front of the case that are in use. So definitely no shortage of USB ports or anything like that, but these 2 that are right down the bottom in a really kind of crappy, awkward position, they won't actually be in use, so you don't have to worry about them. So these 2 down the bottom, just forget about them. They're just there for show. They're not actually hooked up. All these ones up here work. I'm going to have to remove our second hot swap bay now for another part of this build. And that is because we don't want any skanky cables sticking out from the bottom here. We don't want to see any cables down here. I don't want anything coming through that grommet. The only thing I want coming through that grommet is the strimmer cable for our graphics card. All the small cables, I want to route them behind the motherboard. So I'm going to take this second hot swap bay out, and we'll route all of those cables at the bottom. Oh, don't mind the hot swap bay falling down there. There's nothing in it, don't worry. Okay. So first up, we've got our audio. Okay, so we've got our front panel audio in. We'll definitely need front panel connectors. Always important. What's up? Do I want to know?
Elon Musk says people are already cyborgs because machines maintain our memory for us. Our memory is overwhelmingly outsourced to computers, he says.
Elon Musk says we're cyborgs because we use technology to help us remember things. I'm sorry, you gotta laugh a little bit, right? I mean, at what point do you just like fucking laugh out loud? Yeah.
Jesus, I have a question. We've got a SATA HDD inserted. Is it hard to put in with connected?
No, so it's not hard at all because you've got the hot swap bays.
When I turn it around, so it's not showing up like this.
So I can hook them up for you if you want. You have these hard drive trays that require no tools to install. You just take out the tray, and at the end of the box that it sits in is a SATA and SATA power cable. So I can hook them up for you if you want.
Yeah, do that.
Just in case you want to use them. Yep, hook 'em up. No worries, we can do that. Yeah.
Luigi says thank you. He says, I don't know anything about building a PC. I'm just laptop PC.
No, that's fine, man. That's fine. I mean,
Like, you're not going to know yourself.
you won't know yourself with a desktop, because the thing is, like, they have similar sounding names, the components and stuff, but they're not really the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you might look at it, you know, in terms of, you know, i3, i5, i7, i9 or something like that. But what they call a, you know, an i5 on a laptop, you know, that's like, it's nothing like the current generation i5 desktop. It's a completely different beast. Yeah. Hey Eddie, how you going? Good to have you with us.
Oh dear.
Eddie's down on the Gold Coast as well. So yeah, like I said, you can add 3.5 inch drives in here, thanks to the hot swap bays. Now, I did tie them up. I wasn't going to connect them, but if you are going to use them, I'll definitely hook them up. Hooking them up is not the problem. It's just, so basically we pre-install all the SATA cables and all that. We get it all hooked up. And then you don't have to worry about any cables ever. In fact, all these cables here are going to be hidden behind your big chunky graphics card. You're not even gonna see them. Probably going to need some extra SATA power around this way though. Okay. Alright, so we got everything kind of hooked up. We've got our RGB hooked up, we've got our fans hooked up. Got all those cables routed discreetly there at the bottom. Yeah. Yes, yeah, so do I. That's my standard. If I can't do that, I'm improvising. basically.
Luigi says I'm excited to get in play after working long hours in the hospital, long shift hours in the hospital.
Oh,
Says
definitely.
thank you.
No worries at all, man. No worries. I know how hard hospital work can be. I've been in hospital a little bit recently. What are you, doctor, nurse, orderly? What do you do at the hospital? Doesn't matter what you do, you're doing a good job. It's a hard job, I know that. I'm gonna need one more SATA cable.
You're starting to keep me awake.
Starting to keep you awake?
This is it. Nurse.
Nurse, nice.
Cool.
Yes, we need lots of nurses.
One of my cousins, he's a nurse in Army. Ooh.
Who's that?
Cameron.
Cameron.
Yeah.
I don't think I know him.
We're at his engagement party.
Oh, yes.
Dog.
The guy who's like the grandson of the Western Star Trucks dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
Luigi does operating theatre.
Oh, geez. Okay. Nice.
That's what my cousins.
That's like more. That's more money. I'm pretty sure as well for the nurse, for a nurse, compared to just like a. I don't know the terminology.
Yeah, mine.
I know that. Yeah, you should be getting more money if you work in theatre and stuff like that. But yeah.
Head nurse at PA.
Who's that?
Christine. My aunt Sandy's sister.
Oh yeah.
She's a head theatre nurse.
Yep. Man, I'm gonna have to. I forgot about that CPU power. I'm gonna have to take this freaking hotspot bay out again. It's because the power supply goes in at the end in these Lian Li builds. But I would say that, right? Giving myself an excuse. How did she get there? It's like 15, eh? Yeah, one of my friends' is an orderly, and he taught me all about hospitals one night. We're having some drinks and whatnot, and yeah, he told me all about it. I've never worked in the health industry.
You don't get paid enough.
No. That's what he was saying, and I was just nodding my head, agreeing, going, yeah, fuck yeah.
Holy shit, you gotta fucking do this.
it's just a stressful environment, man. It's literally life and death. So
There's not enough hands to do everything. It's just.
okay. Alrighty, so alright. So there's our Lian Li. Just need one more cable to the motherboard for our streamer controller. What's wrong?
Oh, I just ripped my nose bar out by accident. And now it's blood.
Fucking nose bar.
It was easier to get back in that thing. Bloody hell. fresh food, didn't I?
Mm-hmm. We are finally at that moment where we're going to put the graphics card in. And then imagine if I've like somehow fucked it up again and misread the dimensions. Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine that. No, I haven't. I've freaking double, triple checked this time. Like seriously, every other 4090, every single other 4090 would have fit just fine. Mm-hmm. It's just this thick boy. Yep.
Suggesting 1440p.
Yeah.
This is 1440 curve monitor, 165 hertz. That's my dream monitor.
Yeah, look, honestly, see the thing that
anything around 27 to 30 inch as well is usually a good size.
Alright, so the thing that people need to like
Unless
understand.
You're a sim racer, then you might want to get like a sort of wider
Well,
angle.
I was just going to say that like this is something that people really misunderstand, and that is computer screens. Mm-hmm. So what I mean by that is people think, oh, 4K is like better quality, right? And okay, yeah, 4K is kind of better quality, I guess. But the thing is, what it's about is you have what's called your resolution, okay? And what resolution is pixel dimensions. So length by height, okay? So that is measured in pixels. So 1080p or 1080 times 1920, that's what we call 1080p or full HD, FHD. And then we have what's called QHD or 1440p. And so that is, instead of 1080, it's 1440 times 20. Oh, I'm gonna fuck this up. 25-ish hundred as a dimension, and so basically it's twice as big as 1080 or full HD, and then you've got 4K, which is 2160 times 3000. Yeah, you giving the cat the finger?
Yeah, he's giving me the stink eye because I didn't give him a third tin.
No third tin, and he's got the shits. Yeah.
Luigi wants to know if it has RGB on the front.
Yes. So you see that strip there, right down there? That is addressable RGB as well. So, like I said, this case is going to look...
Yeah, he wants to know if it'll sync in with the RGB lights. Yes.
Yes,
Will.
yes, yep, it's all addressable, it's all hooked up as such.
Are you not done?
No, I'm just hooking up the controller. We want our RGB lighting and streamers to be lit up when we turn it on, right?
This is impressive.
Yep. It is very, very chunky. But it's like I said, it's a nice case. It's gonna look good. Like I said, we've already sort of built it. This is the new model. Do you want to do the honors? Why not? Okay. Alrighty. She is looking alive. Look at that. Watch out. Okay, so yeah, I haven't added a product key on here or anything. Why is it so freaking big?
It's on old person mode.
Yeah, I know, right?
Feel like you're at your grandma's place yet?
Yeah, man. Oh, fuck. She made the text really big, my nana.
Well, she was pretty.
She was good. She was good. Like she was like a typist back in the day when typing was like a thing, and so she's made because she was an accountant, which is strange for a woman of her age. But yeah, so she always kept up with computers. She made a point of keeping up with computers and technology. Alrighty, well, if you didn't see it last night, let's run superposition here. Yeah, no, it looks really good. But yes, what I was saying about screen resolution, the factor is how much in terms of your screen size are you stretching those pixels over. So if you've got a small screen, 1080p is actually good. That's really, really good quality because your small screen, if it's 1080, has 1080 pixels, 1920 pixels. That's pretty good. The smaller your individual pixels are, the more detail the image can show. So basically when it comes to 1080p monitors, you go up to about 27 inch. Once you get to 27 inch, that's when you're sort of at the maximum of what you want with a 1080p monitor. The pixels start getting bigger and stretched more and more and more if you go above 27 inch. So normally if you go 32 inch, all the monitors you see that are 32 inch are 1440p because the quality will still be pretty decent. Oh, what's happened here? And I'm not seeing I'm not seeing Reaver Tuner. It's pretty strange. That looks fun. Oh, sorry about that, guys. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit confusing because monitors, you go and have a look at monitors and there's a lot of different like specs that you've got to put together in your head, and it's not all necessarily intuitive. I mean, it sounds pretty simple when I talk about it like that, but it's not when you're looking at when you're trying to make it out. You know, you've got your screen size physically, and then you've got your screen resolution. And it's simple when I explain it and I say, yep, so it's basically just your screen size times your screen resolution, and that gives you your screen quality. Because trust me, if you make 1080p like say 160 centimeter screen, that doesn't look too high definition. It'll look about as good as your old CRT TV. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Well, I think that's where we'll leave it for tonight. So yes, the saga is finally over. And look, I mean, it looks sweet. How good does this look? She stood on a bolt.
Oh.
It's fun, eh?
No.
No, that's real fun. No, happy days. So look, I'll throw it over to anyone else who's got any other final questions or whatever for me before I sign off. No? All looking good. Alrighty, well, thanks everyone for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you all in the next video.